حبيبة يا أغلى من روحي ودمي، يا حنينة وكلك طيبة، يا ربي خليك يا أمي، يا ربي خليكي يا أمي، يا ست الحبايب يا حبيبة يا حبيبة وحبيبة. ست الحبايب يا حبيبة يا أغلى من روحي ودمي، ست الحبايب يا حبيبة يا أغلى من روحي ودمي، يا حنينة وكلك طيبة، يا ربي خليك يا أمي، يا ربي خليك.
عظيمات مصر زي ما دايما السيد الرئيس عبد الفتاح السيسي بيصف المرأة المصرية، عظيمات في القوة، عظيمات في الحكمة وفي الصبر.
And in love, sacrifice without any return. She is the source of love and happiness and the supporter. May every year the Egyptian woman would be the source of pride, and many happy returns to all Egyptian women, the mother, the sister, the daughter. Many happy returns, Noha. Many happy returns, Riham, to all Egyptian women and all Egyptian mothers. Today we are honoring Egyptian women, as Riham said, here in El Manara Conference Center with the presence of President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi. We together would celebrate the exception Egyptian women. Many happy returns to all Egyptian and Arab mothers. May all Palestinian mothers be fine. All Palestinian mothers who live at these difficult conditions, these conditions of the war. Our greetings to all the Palestinian mothers, and may all Egyptian, Arab and Palestinian women and mothers be safe, enjoying peace. March is the month for women. On the 8th of March, it was the World Women Day. On the 16th of March, we celebrated the Egyptian Women's Day. And on the 21st of March, we are celebrating the Egyptian mother, the source of beauty in this life, the whole life and the endless love. Mothers provide unconditional love and sacrifice. She reflects love, peace, compassion, and all noble values that we always see. The mother has a very important role. She gives everything for her family and her children, and she is always the source of love, joy, and happiness. And her smile is always supportive. She is also supportive to her husband, and we can see the authenticity of the Egyptian woman at difficult moments. We can find her patience and how she confronts all challenges and how she plays a role in building this family and this community. And as we mentioned, she is a main partner in this country and in achieving construction and development. Yes, Riham, the Egyptian women over ages and history have always inspired people. She is the source of the story, as we always say, and she is always a role model in sacrifice, dedication, and devotion. Egyptian women have always showed support to their families communities and states. The Egyptian women have always been teaching people lessons in sacrifice and support for everyone. There are a lot of these inspiring stories over ages and times. Egyptian women are also the intelligence that knows no impossible, and she is the beginning of the story as well as the end of the story. The Egyptian women also reflects the conscience of this nation. Egyptian women are the supporters and the protectors of the identity of this country. We can talk a lot about these stories for women, and we want to be able to relate them all in this short time. On this day and every year we stand here to express appreciation and respect to the Egyptian women, the President of the Republic and his spouse.
السلام عليكم.
Peace be
كل سنة
upon
وانتم
you.
طيبين.
Many happy
وأهلا
returns
وسهلا.
and welcome.
يوم جميل إن شاء الله.
A
اتفضلوا
nice
استريحوا.
day. Take your seats, please. Your Excellency President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi, the President of the Republic, the spouse of the President, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, in appreciation and respect, I would like to extend to you all the greetings in this month, the holy month of Ramadan that coincides today with the great fasting of our brothers, the Christians, to show our national unity and spiritual support. We are convening here today to honor the Egyptian woman, this power, the source of good and love, in it annual tradition to express appreciation to the pivotal role she plays in her families and community. We are convening today in light of the developments in Gaza and its grave repercussions to show appreciation to the struggle of the Egyptian and Arab women who have always supported their nations at times of difficulties. The women always carry the message of hope, construction and peace to everyone, whatever the conditions are. So appreciation to every woman for her strong will and relentless determination that enabled her to overcome all challenges and showed that she is able to play her role as a leader, a source of inspiration who contributes to our path of civilized development.
من 10 سنين كانت نقطة
10
التحول
years
في تاريخ
ago,
المرأة
it was the
المصرية.
turning point in the history of Egyptian women.
الرئيس من أول يوم
The president, since day one, has always believed in the importance of Egyptian women. I pledged, since I shoulder the responsibility of this country, to enable the Egyptian women to enjoy their great position that is well deserved. The president totally appreciates the Egyptian women. May God help you. He has always supported her, as she has always supported this country, and he promised her that all her rights are preserved, and he promised her a decent life, and he promised her to give her an equal opportunity. 10 years with new accomplishments and achievements for president, and every year we find that the role of Egyptian women increases and her influence is more.
إحساس أكبر من كلمة حب، إحساس إن أنت معايا ده دايما بيطمني، وفي وقت الجد
ربنا يسعدك ويخليك ويحميك من كل شر.
ومعايا تملي وعمرك ما تخليت يوم عني. في ناس بتضحي بروحها عشان الباقي يعيش. لو اقولك شكرا مليون مرة دي ما تكفيش، ما تكفيش، شكرا ما تكفيش.
ستات مصر كلها
All
بتقول
the
لك
women of
شكرا يا
Egypt
ريس إنك
say
وفيت
thank you,
بوعدك.
Mr. President, for keeping your promise.
شهر رمضان المبارك.
The holy month of Ramadan fills our spirits and hearts with prayers and serenity, and the prayers make us contemplate and think of the future. Now we will listen to El Sa'i song from Sheikh Muhammad Omran, performed by Nida Sharara. Over 24 years, the National Council for Women continued playing its pioneer role as a minaret for every Egyptian woman, adopting strongly all her issues and supporting her ambitions, believing in the message of women empowerment in all aspects of life, as it is the main supporter to women to achieve their ambitions and to build a strong, stable family. The speech of Dr. Maya Misri, the President of the National Council for Women. Your Excellency President Abdel Fattah Sisi, the President of the Republic, Your Excellency, the spouse of the President, many happy returns to you and many happy returns to every Egyptian woman and girl. I am the son of this country. Egypt is blessed by Allah, and those who are blessed by Allah won't be frightened by anyone. It was blessed by Moses, the Virgin Mary, Jesus, and it is blessed by Sayyida Zainab, Sayyida Nafisa, Sayyida Aisha. It is blessed with Christians who say blessing be upon Prophet Muhammad, and Muslims put on candles in churches. It is blessed by a great nation as well as a great police and a great army. Maybe the good would be hearts that would support you, and the real belief is that this life would never defeat you while you have a heart that pledges to Allah. It is blessed by a president who selected the path of humanity, and a political will that believed in the ability of the Egyptian woman as a symbol for patience, strong and will. And your words would always be in history, that a nation whose woman kept its national conscience voice would never collapse. So may we all go on considering constructing this country. Deep thanks and appreciation to President Sisi. Distinguished guests, over a whole decade, we have seen a political will that had put strong pillars for women empowerment. So this decade has found 50 new accomplishments for women empowerment and 26 laws and legal amendments, as well as the inclusion of women in all aspects, in addition to 12 decrees to empower women. Over years, we were calling for equality and empowerment and an equal, just constitution, as well as fair laws and legislations. We wanted women to assume all posts without any discrimination, and the quota in the parliament, as well as supporting the leading roles of women. We're calling for a package of economic and social for fair programs, as well as decent life to protect the health of women, and new mechanisms to protect from violence and malpractices, as well as a national framework to invest in the girls of Egypt. This decade came to put strong pillars for all these calls, so that women empowerment became an integral part of the belief of this country until building the new republic. Distinguished guests, up till today, we have 8 million campaigns conducted in Egyptian villages, and despite this challenge, Egypt reached 224% in the field of financial inclusion, and a lot of women benefited from economic and financial inclusion, as well as concessional loans. And we have 700 million Egyptian pounds that were provided to women, and we have 80 billion Egyptian pounds in bank accounts. And the production of women through workshops and production units reached 500,000 products and 40,000 training opportunities. And some of the Egyptian products are shown in the Egyptian Grand Museum. And the Egyptian kitchen has provided 500,000 meals in decent life villages during the holy month of Ramadan. And we finalized a program to produce the first trademark for Tali Shandawil in Sohag Governorate, and we are studying the intellectual property protection for handicrafts in Siwa, and we have trained 26 touristic sites on women empowerment and building the capacities of boys and girls in 6 faculties of hotels and tourism, as well as enhancing partnership with the private sector. 100 companies adopted the principle of women empowerment, and 30 of them are applying the equality stamp. Distinguished guests, we started reaping the fruit of investing in girls through the patronage of Miss Intisar Sisi. We have reached 800,000 girls in the program Noura, and Dawi program, in cooperation with the partners, reached 270,000 girls, as well as generation dialogues that reached 26,000 beneficiaries, and 140,000 girls received the certificate of digital education. And we are producing an animated movie, Noura, for the family in Ramadan. A decade is not considered to be a long period in the history of nations, but the volume of achievements accomplished can be done by other nations in longer decades. Mr. President, the ambitions of Egyptian women in the new republic developed as she is a new enabler for its vision. We are dreaming of more ministerial positions for women, as well as increasing the level of her economic empowerment and implementing a package to support women through the personal affairs law, as well as accessing 1 million nouras in all Egyptian governorates. Distinguished guests, Egypt would always be blessed and it would be the house of the needy people. And today we tell the women and children of Gaza in Palestine that if God's support is late, it comes strong to change things and to be victorious to good humanity and justice. At the end of my speech, I would like to extend thanks to you, and let me present to you this souvenir as a certificate for history of this golden age for Egyptian women. Long live Egypt.
انت الأستاذ وانت اللي بنتعلم منه، انت الإنجاز اللي باسمه الناس بيغنوا، انت اللي وافر ولا همك، صخرت همومي قصاد همك، انت اللي مخلي الناس تستقوى على تعبها، خليت العالم حكى عنك علشان الخوف بيخاف منك، خليت المحنة كأنها لعبة بتلعبها، يا أسد واقف بشجاعتك، اديتني دروس بشطارتك، الدنيا بحالها بتاعتك والعالم.
المجلس القومي
The
للمرأة
National
فتح
Council
أبواب
for
رزق
Women
لآلاف
opened
المصريات
livelihood
ب44
opportunities for
مشهد
thousands of
ووحدة
women through
إنتاجية
44
غيرت
production
حياة
units and
أسر
workshops
كتير.
that changed
وعلشان
the
مصر
conditions
هي
of a lot of families, and because Egypt is the mother of the world and the safe haven for a lot of people who lacks peace in this country, we in the center received and trained women who came from different countries.
كان في قصف في كل مكان.
Everywhere there were shelling, and we used to sacrifice our lives to reach Rafah crossing, and we left the house towards the crossing not knowing whether would be ever. We used to see the shells, and this scene is unforgettable. I came to Egypt mainly because there is instability and insecurity. When I came to Egypt, I was looking for peace. I came here in 2003, 2005, and my mother died and was not able to tell her farewell. I wanted to bring her here to Egypt to enjoy safety, but I did not have this opportunity to bring her. I got to know about the National Council for Women, and with them I received embroidery and sewing courses. I thought that the council is for Egyptians only, but then when I came here I received training in its workshops. Drawing always reminds you of the good memories. You have my father, my mother, my family. I have a lot of good memories in Gaza, the house, the shop, my photos, the photos of my children, everything is left behind. For me, the homeland is the place where I feel safe. For me, Egypt is my homeland because I enjoy peace and security here. The homeland is the land of our ancestors, our presence, our future, everything.
هو اللي عمل لي صداقة.
In Egypt, I was able to make friendships. They make you feel like you belong to them. So it is really the mother of the world. I feel that I'm in my country. I do not feel a stranger here. The love of the Egyptians made us take our son for a doctor, and when she learned that I'm from Gaza, she refused to collect money. The Egyptians are all brave and helpful. They help anyone who needs help. I dream for my children for a better future, better than the one I lived. For me, I want my children to go to Yemen in a better condition. My daughter is an architect and she will come back to build my country again. I wish that they would love Egypt as I loved Egypt, and when we go back to Syria, they would carry with them the good memories they made here. I wish that Gaza would be reconstructed and I would go back to my home. I wish the best for my second country and homeland, Egypt, and to always host people. Egypt is really the mother of the world. May Egypt always enjoy peace and security, and I wish that she would be on the top always, because it embraces all Arabs and foreigners with love.
اسمها أول اسم في عمرنا دهت عليه، أول كلمة وماشية وسندها أقولكوا إيه، أصلها أمي روحي يا أمي، حضنها لما فتحت عليا دفت بيه، أول كلمة وأول اسم ندهت عليه، نادت أمي أمي يا أمي، هي اللي أمشي إيديا في إيدها وأنا متغمي، بهرب بتدفى في تنهيدها وتشيل همي، دغري في صغري بتسند فيا وتصلب طولي، تكبر هي تحتاج ليا أفديها بدمي، وعشان كده الدنيا في كوم وأمي في كوم وفي كوم أمي.
تمكين المرأة وتعزيز
Women
دورها
empowerment
الفعال
and enhancing her role in all aspects of life is a priority for the Egyptian government. Women are the main pivots in developing the constructing the community and acknowledging her roles and abilities is essential to achieve sustainable development that reflects the optimum benefit from the potentials and capabilities of women in supporting the progress of the state, showing the efforts made for equal opportunities without any discrimination. The speech of Dr. Hala Said, the Minister of Economic Development and Planning. In the name of Allah, the most merciful, the most compassionate, President Al-Fattah Sisi, the President of the Republic, the spouse of the President, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to start by congratulating the Egyptian women and the Egyptian mothers. Greetings from the heart to every woman who supports her family and her country with a real participation in development and construction. They said about the mother that she is the eye that enables us to behold the world, and she is the heart that beats and the homeland in which we live. And we are proud of what the great women of Egypt enjoy through the support of the political wise leadership that puts the women at the heart of all the state plans. Women in Egypt has always been on the path to support the country in different levels of renaissance. In every step made by the state, whatever the difficulties are, we have always asked ourselves, what if the Egyptian state did not exert all these efforts for women empowerment? And let me invite me to think of the answer of this question in light of what was achieved on the ground in a number of projects and initiatives where the Egyptian women were at the heart. What if the presidential initiative Decent Life did not target 26 million Egyptian women, the targets to improve the quality of life of the Egyptian families? What if the presidential different initiatives to support health and medical support for women, like the initiative of supporting the health of the mother and infants, as more than 47 million examinations were done for women, as the mother is the pillar of the whole country and the family? What if the state did not exert efforts for economic empowerment and did not provide loans and micro loans for women that reached 88 billion Egyptian pounds by the end of 2023, with 5 million beneficiaries in comparison to 6 billion Egyptian pounds for 2 million beneficiaries by the end of 2016. In addition to the efforts of financial inclusion for women, through different efforts, the number of women who have bank accounts now reached 20 million women by the end of 2023, with an increase rate of 244%. If the answer is there to this question, what about the result of these efforts and its positive impact that changed the lives of millions of women and turned them into active participants in the reconnaissance and the development of this country? We do not only suffice by economic empowerment for women. We established strong partnerships to build the capabilities of the young female leaders to pump new blood in different institutions. And I here hail our cooperation with the National Council for Women on a number of projects and programs, like increasing women participation in public life in Egypt, according to the presidential directives, to develop the leading potentials of women and to support her. And this is the program that succeeded to build the capacities of 300 women from the different 70 government and public institutions. 50 of them are distinguished to join the Advanced Fellowship Program affiliate to the World Labour Organization in Turin in Italy, in addition to the successful projects implemented with the National Academy for Training through the Women's School for qualifying for leadership, like the program Women Lead in Egyptian Governorates, in addition to other training programs provided provided by the National Institute for Governance and Sustainable Development. These partnerships resulted in implementing a number of training programs with 60,000 beneficiaries in Egypt, in addition to the female leaders abroad. The state efforts did not stop there. It extended to build the digital capabilities. The number of beneficiaries from supporting digital transition to the new administrative capital, 33,000 female employees, and it supported women to participate in institutional development. And the number of female employees has reached 51%, 26% of them in leading positions, and 23% of them are assistants to ministers, in addition to the fact that a lot of Egyptian women has won the Government Excellence Award. 2 years ago, on this day, the President gave a directive to launch the Equal Opportunity and Women Empowerment Award at the national level. And this was launched in the government and will start implementing it in private sector. As for the index of women participation in board of directors in banking sector and non-banking sector, the index has increased from 19% to 23% this year. So we are on the right track to reach 30% by 2030. And all these figures and numbers is the starting point that can be considered a motive for more effort and work. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, in the past they taught us that the mother is capable of building a whole nation. So what if this nation and this mother is Egyptian, who contributed to building this great civilization and whose name is inscribed in history, and the presence has witnessed her giving, and she is continuing her work to build a future. So thank you all women. Let me wrap up by extending thanks and appreciation and support from the Egyptian and Arab women to every mother and woman in Palestine who is brave enough to represent a heart full of hope that teaches humanity valuable lessons in struggle and resilience. And the history would always remember the role of the Egyptian mothers and the Egyptian women, as well as the role of Palestinian women. Many happy returns to all Egyptian women and Arab women, and peace be upon you. Your Excellency, the President, I have one last speech to make. I would like to thank Your Excellency not for political and economic empowerment of women that is witnessed by everyone. I would like to thank Your Excellency as a mother and a university professor who lived among the youth for a very long period. I thank you for the presidential discourse and the community messages that emphasize respect to women and your appreciation to the women role, be it at home or at work, and the most important thing for recognizing her potentials. This value that you are establishing is the most important value system that we need for women's position in the community, and we need it for our sons and daughters. And it is enough that you call the Egyptian women the great women of Egypt. Thank you. Every Egyptian woman in our life is strong and inspiring. That's why we need to support her role in building her community, the support that enables her to succeed and meet her dreams. The state realizes the value of the women's role and the importance of her empowerment. Over the past 10 years, through correct planning, women achieved new accomplishments and proved that they are always up to this responsibility. Women are always at the heart of every development plan in the state, and she is the first beneficiary of the development projects and the presidential initiatives, launching the National Strategy for Women Empowerment 20 2030, 26 million women would benefit from the presidential initiative Decent Life through providing educational health services as well as job opportunities. 47 million women benefited from the initiative of the president for supporting women's health. The value of funding the micro and small enterprises for women reached 88 billion Egyptian pounds by the end of 2023, with about 5 million beneficiaries. In the field of women empowerment and achieving equal opportunity, more than 60,000 women receive training and rehabilitation through more than 200 programs from the National Academy for Training and the National Institute for Governance and Sustainable Development. 55% is the opportunity of women in the Presidential School for Leadership, and 55 judges are trained in this institute. In addition to training 11 women from the public prosecution, and we launched the initiative of rehabilitating female leaders in 21 governorates, and we trained 113 women abroad in 29 countries in the Presidential Leadership School. Equal opportunity between the two genders is our main part, so we introduced a prize for women for the Government Excellence Award, and we have a group for women also in the Green Smart Initiative. The opportunity is the secret word. Every Egyptian woman can succeed if she finds the suitable opportunity, if she's well trained, if she finds the suitable environment to work and help her country. Egyptian women are capable, and what they achieved over the past years is a proof, and this is just a beginning. Women are the source of life and power. She is the kindness, the unrelentless support. And the next part shows the role of the woman and the position of women in our hearts. With a strong voice, who was able through her talent and performance to take the position in the hearts of those who love real art. The magical voice Maya Farouk with this song.
الدنيا دي ابهر العالم بحاله عدي من بين ألف ريح اللي لما شافوكي قالوا مصر ولادة بصحيح انت أصيلة ومحروسة طالعة لمصر المحروسة اثبتي للدنيا ان انت قادرة دايما على الأيام في الدنيا وقفتي بطولك معرفش اليأس يطولك دايما ناجحة في إصرارك ده اللي عدي من بين ألف ريح يلي لما شافوكي قالوا مصر ولادة بصحيح حتى وانت بتبني حلمك ما نسيتيش بيتك كمان كنت للي معاكي دايما أقوى إحساس بالأمان أي حاجة تقف قصادك انت قادرة تعدي بيها مصر مبسوطة بنجاحك بنتها وفرحانة بيها انت أصيلة ومحروسة طالعة لمصر المحروسة اثبتي للدنيا ان انت قادرة دايما على الأيام بالدنيا وقفتي بطولك معرفش اليأس يطولك دايما ناجحة في إصرارك ده اللي بيحقق أحلام ابهري العالم بحاله عدي من بين ألف ريح يلي لما شافوكي قالوا مصر ولادة بصحيح
مصر أصيلة ومحروسة
Egypt is always blessed. Thank you, all participants in the first part of this event, Your Excellency the President. Now we'll take a short break and afterwards we'll continue the event.
سيدات مصر العظيمات، تحية وإجلالا للمرأة المصرية، صوت ضمير الأمة والحارس على وجدان الوطن. وكانت سعادتي تمتزج بفخر بالغ وأنا أشاهد معكم تلك النماذج المشرفة والعلامات المضيئة من الرموز النسائية المصرية في شتى المجالات والقطاعات.
لم أكن يوما ما وراء مكسب المادي، ولكني استثمرت دمي وشبابي في تربية النشء.
نبوس
فاتحة سكة مقفلة بعد الأم فيه يهدي باله اللي بعياله الدنيا كلها مفتوحة له وراضية عليه. بعد الأم فيه دعوة حلوة فاتحة سكة مقفلة بعد الأم فيه يهدي باله اللي في عياله الدنيا كلها مفتوحة له وراضية عليه.
أمي
يا أمي
ثم أمي لحد آخر يوم في عمري.
يا عمري
كنت من أول حياتي وهم همي اللي كتر خيرها داب خيرها في دمي وعايش بيه. أمي ثم أمي لحد آخر يوم في عمري. كنت من أول حياتي وهم همي اللي كتر خيرها داب خيرها في دمي وعايش
أعمل لها تمثال اللي طيبة قلبها فوق الخيال. أعمل لها تمثال اللي سهرت واللي تعبت واللي ربت واللي شالت حمل جبال. أعمل لها تمثال اللي طيبة قلبها فوق الخيال. أعمل لها تمثال اللي سهرت واللي تعبت واللي ربت واللي شالت حمل جبال.
ثم أمي لحد آخر يوم في عمري. كنت من أول حياتي وهم همي اللي كتر خيرها داب خيرها في دمي وعايش بيه. أمي ثم أمي لحد آخر يوم في عمري. كنت من أول حياتي وهم همي اللي كتر خيرها داب خيرها في دمي وعايش
لو هعملك ايه تستاهلي 100,000 عيد عاللي عملتيه. لو هعملك ايه مين في التعب سهر ما نمشي مين في أول مرة بمشي سندت عليه. لو هعملك ايه تستاهلي 100,000 عيد عاللي عملتيه. لو هعملك ايه مين في التعب سهر ما نمشي مين في أول مرة بمشي سندت عليه.
ثم أمي لحد آخر يوم في عمري. كنت من أول حياتي وهمي اللي كتر خيرها داب خيرها في دمي وعايش بيه. أمي ثم أمي لحد آخر يوم في عمري. كنت من أول حياتي وهم همي اللي كتر خيرها داب خيرها في دمي وعايش بيه.
بعد اللي عملتيه أعمل إيه يوم في اللي وصلتيني ليه. بعد اللي عملتيه من حنانك من سماحتك الجنة تحتك ده اللي ربنا قال عليه. بعد اللي عملتيه أعمل إيه يوم في اللي وصلتيني ليه. بعد اللي عملتيه من حنانك من سماحتك الجنة تحتك ده اللي ربنا قال عليه.
ثم أمي لحد آخر يوم في عمري. كنت من أول حياتي وهم همي
بحبك يا
اللي
أمي
كتر خيرها داب خيرها في دمي وعايش
بحبك يا أمي
كتر خيرها دفها في دمي وعايش فيه أمي ثم أمي لحد آخر يوم في عمري حضن من أول حياتي وهم همي اللي كتر خيرها دفها في دمي وعايش فيه أمي ثم أمي لحد آخر يوم في عمري من أول حياتي وهم همي
بحبك يا
اللي
أمي
كتر خيرها دفها في دمي وعايش بيه أمي ثم أمي لحد آخر يوم في عمري
سامحيني يما على الفراق وعلى الوداع ابنك ما ماتش ابنك شهيد ابنك جدع سامحيني يما على الفراق وعلى الوجع ابنك ما ماتش ابنك شهيد ابنك جدع اطمنوا واتأكدوا هاتوا زمايلي يشهدوا اطمنوا واتأكدوا هاتوا زمايلي يشهدوا وانا يما داخل على عدو قلبه من الخوف اتخلع والله من الخوف اتخلع دي الجنة ياما أحلى من الدنيا وما فيها من بعد عمر طويل هتيجي وهتشوفيها دي الجنة ياما أحلى من الدنيا وما فيها من بعد عمر طويل هتيجي وهتشوفيها من غير حساب ولا أسئلة ربك حاجز لك منزلة من غير حساب ولا أسئلة ربك حاجز لك منزلة عالية عظيمة يا مؤمنة تستاهلي يا أمي تنوليها تستاهلي يا أمي تنوليها سامحيني يما على الفراق وعلى الوداع ابنك ما ماتش ابنك شهيد ابنك جدع سامحيني يما على الفراق وعلى الوجع ابنك ما ماتش ابنك شهيد ابنك جدع اطمنوا واتأكدوا هاتوا زمايلي يشهدوا اطمنوا واتأكدوا هاتوا زمايلي يشهدوا وانا يما داخل على عدو قلبه من الخوف اتخلع
Joyeuse fête de mère, bonne fête à chaque mère égyptienne. Aujourd'hui, l'Égypte célèbre bien sûr cette journée qui représente une signification tout à fait importante pour chaque citoyen égyptien. Et en fait, cette occasion, le président égyptien Abdel Fattah Sisi et son épouse, Madame Intisar Sisi, étaient présents à la cérémonie et à la célébration qui sont tenues à l'occasion de la célébration des fêtes des mères. En fait, Monsieur le Président, Madame Intisar Sisi était arrivée aujourd'hui matin à la cérémonie honorant la femme égyptienne et la mère idéale. Le président Sisi tient également toujours à assister à la cérémonie de l'honoration de la femme et de la mère idéale chaque année pour apprécier le rôle que joue la femme égyptienne. Et le président Abdel Fattah Sisi a toujours affirmé son respect pour les femmes égyptiennes qui luttent toujours dans les différents domaines de la vie et qui représentent toujours un élément constructif pour la société égyptienne. En fait, depuis que le président égyptien Abdel Fattah Sisi, les femmes de l'Égypte ont réalisé de nombreux progrès en faveur des femmes égyptiennes et en faveur de leur autonomisation. En fait, nous avons désormais le plus grand nombre des femmes ministres dans l'histoire du gouvernement égyptien et des femmes également ont atteint le poste de gouverneur en plus d'autres postes ou nombreux postes au niveau de direction dans diverses institutions publiques. Donc toujours l'État égyptien sous la présidence Abdel Fattah Sisi essaye d'accorder de plus en plus de priorité à la femme égyptienne et à la mère égyptienne.
خدتني المدن وخدتني ناس المدن دايما صورتك في قلبي دليلي في المدن مهما خدتني المدن وخدتني ناس المدن دايما صورتك في قلبي دليلي في المدن أطوي المدن واجيكي عطشان لنور عينيكي أطوي المدن واجيكي عطشان لنور عينيكي وارمي روحي عليكي تطبطبي وتضمي ما بحسش بالبرح ده إلا في قلبك يا أمي وارمي روحي عليكي تطبطبي وتضمي ما بحسش بالبرح ده إلا في قلبك يا أمي أيوة في قلبك يا أمي وأنا مهما خدتني المدن وخدتني ناس المدن دايما صورتك في قلبي دليلي في المدن ده أنا مهما خدتني المدن وخدتني ناس المدن دايما صورتك في قلبي دليلي في المدن.
Encore une fois, je dois vous rappeler, chers téléspectateurs, que le président égyptien Abdel Fattah Sisi et son épouse, Madame Intisar Sisi, assistent toujours à la cérémonie consacrée à la célébration de la journée des fêtes des mères qui coïncide avec le 21 mars de chaque année. Jeudi matin, bien sûr, au cours de ces cérémonies de célébration, il y avait des photos souvenirs qui ont été prises qui ont été prises avec le président égyptien Abdel Fattah Sisi et ça bien sûr ou entre le président égyptien Abdel Fattah Sisi et les autres participants à cette cérémonie honorant la femme égyptienne et la mère idéale 2024. Je dois quand même vous rappeler que les activités de cette cérémonie comprennent l'hommage aux mères idéales qui ont remporté le concours des mères idéales à l'échelle nationale, et ça dans le cadre du soutien et dans le cadre de l'appréciation apportée par Monsieur le Président Abdel Fattah Sisi vis-à-vis du rôle des femmes égyptiennes dans la société. Je dois quand même vous rappeler que Madame Intisar Sisi a félicité ou avait quand même félicité les femmes égyptiennes à l'occasion de la fête des mères qui tombe le 21 mars de chaque année.
For all those times you stood by me, for all the truth that you made me see, for all the joy you brought to my life, for all the wrong that you made right, for every dream you made come true, for all the love I found in you, I'll be forever thankful, baby. You're the one who held me up, never let me fall. You're the one who saw me through it all. You were my strength when I was weak. You were my voice when I couldn't speak. You were my eyes when I couldn't see. You saw the best there was in me. Lifted me up when I couldn't reach. You gave me faith 'cause you believed.
Encore une fois, bonne fête à chaque mère égyptienne dans sa journée très importante et très précieuse pour chaque citoyen, pour chaque fils, pour chaque enfant. Toujours, chers téléspectateurs, nous attendons la deuxième partie de cette célébration tenue par l'État égyptien pour célébrer et honorer les femmes et les mères idéales 2024. Il y a peu de temps, Monsieur le Président égyptien Abdel Fattah Sisi et son épouse, Madame Intisar Sisi, sont arrivés à la cérémonie honorant la femme égyptienne et la mère idéale. Monsieur le Président Sisi tient également chaque année à assister à la cérémonie pour apprécier le rôle des femmes égyptiennes et quand même le président Sisi a toujours affirmé son respect pour les femmes égyptiennes qui luttent dans tous les domaines de la vie. Depuis que le président Abdel Fattah Sisi a pris le pouvoir, les femmes en Égypte ont réalisé de nombreux progrès en faveur de leur genre, en faveur des femmes égyptiennes et de leur autonomisation. Encore une fois, nous avons ici désormais le plus grand nombre de femmes en tant que ministres dans le gouvernement égyptien. Les femmes égyptiennes ont atteint 2 postes de gouverneur en plus d'autres nombreux postes de direction dans diverses institutions publiques. Je dois également encore une fois vous rappeler que ce jeudi, Monsieur le Président égyptien Abdel Fattah Sisi et Madame Intisar Sisi ont pris une photo commémorative avec les participants à la cérémonie honorant la femme égyptienne et la mère Idéal 2024. Donc, bonne fête à chaque mère égyptienne et toujours notre couverture sont ouvertes et vont se poursuivre durant les prochaines heures pour couvrir cet événement essentiel pour chaque fils, pour chaque enfant, pour chaque citoyen. Donc actuellement, je dois céder ma place à ma collègue dans la section anglaise. Merci et bonne fête à toutes et à tous.
Isis est apparue sur certaines parois des temples de Rome, capitale de l'ancien empire romain, en tant que symbole religieux sacré. En plus, on l'a considérée comme une femme sage et une grande mère. Les temples ont ainsi témoigné de cérémonies similaires pour les mères et les femmes. Les décorations et symboles sur les parois des temples ont révélé le rôle et le statut des femmes dans l'Égypte ancienne. L'idée de la fête des mères a été transmise de génération en génération et est passée de la civilisation égyptienne vers d'autres civilisations. Elle a continué à circuler jusqu'à ce qu'elle apparaisse sous sa forme actuelle. Certains historiens pensent que cette idée est apparue chez les Grecs et qu'ils l'ont célébrée lors de la fête de printemps. Ils estiment que la fête de printemps, au cours de laquelle des fleurs s'épanouissent, symbolise la vie qu'offre la mère à ses enfants. D'où l'idée de la fête des mères qui coincent.
يا حبيبة وحبيبة زمان سهرتي وتعبتي وشلتي من عمري ليالي ولسه برضو دلوقتي بتحملي الهم ببالي انام وتسهري وتباتي تفكري وتصحي من الأذان وتيجي تشقري يا ربي خليكي يا أمي يا ست الحبايب يا حبيبة يا حبيبة وحبيبة ست الحبايب يا حبيبة يا أغلى من روحي ودمي يا حنينة وكلك طيبة يا ربي خليكي يا أمي يا ربي خليكي يا أمي يا ست الحبايب يا حبيبة يا حبيبة وحبيبة ست الحبايب يا حبيبة يا أغلى من روحي ودمي ست الحبايب يا حبيبة يا أغلى من روحي ودمي يا حنينة وكلك طيبة يا ربي خليكي يا أمي يا ربي الحبايب يا حبيبة يا حبيبة وحبيبة زمان زمان سهرتي وتعبتي وشلتي من عمري ليالي ولسه برضو دلوقتي بتحملي الهم ببالي انام وتسهري وتباتي تفكري وتصحي من الاذان وتيجي تشقري يا ربي خليكي يا امي يا ست الحبايب يا حبيبه يا حبيبه وحبيبه ست الحبايب يا حبيبه يا أغلى من روحي ودمي يا حنينة وكلك طيبة يا ربي خليكي يا أمي يا ربي خليكي يا أمي يا ست الحبايب يا حبيبة يا حبيبة وحبيبة ست الحبايب يا حبيبة يا أغلى من روحي ودمي ست الحبايب يا حبيبة يا أغلى من روحي ودمي يا حنينة وكلك طيبة يا ربي خليكي يا أمي يا ربي خليكي يا أمي يا ست الحبايب يا حبيبة يا حبيبة وحبيبة زمان زمان سهرتي وتعبتي وشلتي من عمري ليالي ولسه برضو دلوقتي بتحملي الهم ببالي انام وتسهري وتباتي تفكري وتصحي من الاذان وتيجي تشقري يا ربي خليكي يا امي يا ست الحبايب يا حبيبه يا حبيبه وحبيبه ست الحبايب يا حبيبه يا أغلى من روحي ودمي يا حنينة وكلك طيبة يا ربي خليكي يا أمي يا ربي خليكي يا أمي يا ست الحبايب يا حبيبة يا حبيبة وحبيبة ست الحبايب يا حبيبة
عبد الفتاح السيسي رئيس الجمهورية والسيدة حرم. فخامة الرئيس عبد الفتاح السيسي رئيس الجمهورية.
Sisi, the President of the Republic, the spouse of the president, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, we'd like to welcome you once more to celebrate the Egyptian Day and to honor the ideal mothers. The mothers are always a symbol of love, unconditional love. She spreads warmth, and she provides care and attention, and she puts the principles for the new generation that's capable of shouldering its responsibility towards the community. The song My Mother, performed by singer Carmen Seliman.
سفينة النجاة لولاكي ما يبقاش معنا ولا نبض للحياة مشواري بدايته انتي وانتي منتهى انتي منتهى
The efforts exerted by the state of Egypt shows its strong commitment to enhancing the position of women and to support her in all fields. The Ministry of Social Solidarity stands on top of these efforts through its diverse programs to support women and empower her, and to emphasize the essential role of women in upbringing new generations capable of making a change and contributing to developing the community. The speech of the Minister of Social Solidarity, Dr. Niveen Al-Qabbaj. In the name of Allah, Your Excellency, President Fattah Sisi, the President of the Republic, and his spouse, distinguished guests, greetings with the greatness of Egyptian women and carried with respect and appreciation to every mother who gave and exerted all her efforts for her community, her family, and her country. And may all mothers who died rest in peace, and always their impact would be in both our memories and our hearts. Many happy returns to all Egyptian women and mothers. May Egypt move strongly, steadily towards the future, overcoming all challenges, and develop with more patience, wisdom, awareness, and action. Through the beginning of the life and the end of our lives go through a lot of challenges, and Allah has created us as we babies, and then we became stronger, and then we become weak again. Allah creates what He wants, and He is the most knowing. In this journey of life, the main partner and the always supporter is the mother. She is the soul and she is the spirit. She is the patience, the ever-giving, the patience, the sacrifice, and the pride. And she is the gold who would always be able to continue, and she is the endless light. One of the great things is the respecting the elders and protecting all their rights, and this is one of the reasons of blessing and support. Some of them become less active or weaker in health at an older age, yet others are capable of continuing work and production till the end of the life. And others might be even more creative, even if they are older. And while we acknowledge the rights of elders, abiding by the Egyptian constitution that developed a system for equal development and equal opportunities, and in line with the human rights strategy, taking into consideration inclusion without any discrimination. The president has started in the year 2024 by giving the directives to issue the law for protecting and supporting elders. For the first time in the history of Arab Republic of Egypt, we will have this integrated law for people in golden age. Egypt has given due attention to social equality and social justice laws, and has given the Egyptian family great importance, and it was keen on the inclusion of the most deserving segments of the community. Statistics show that the percentage of elders who receive Karama assistance reaches 14% of the total financial aid provided, with a cost of 7 billion Egyptian pounds annually, and 68% of elders, about 8 million citizens, benefit from the bread and commodities program with a cost of 13 billion Egyptian pounds annually. And the Ministry of Health and Population launched the program of health care for elders for free examination, and also a hotline to respond to their services and complaints, and they were included also in the universal health coverage program. And the most important thing for elders after retirement is to get a pension that would enable them to live. The percentage of women out of the pensioners is 6,150,000 women, with an annual cost of 240 billion pounds. And the percentage of women who are insured reaches only 23% of the total 13,800,000 subscribers. Thus, a lot of these women are under the segments of seasonal or informal workers that threatens ensuring them against the capability and disease. The president has given directives to issue a law for informal sector and seasonal workers, and we contributed to developing this law in partnership with the Ministry of Manpower and all stakeholders. And your concern towards the family focused on having a family fund to ensure and support the family that coincides with the personal affairs law. And the Ministry of Social Solidarity would shoulder the cost of transportation for elders with a percentage of 100% those who are above the age of 70, and the percentage of 50% those who are above the age of 65. And women are main partners in the labor market and in motivating the local capital, as women represent 47% of the owners of micro projects, and they increased from 2 million to be 5 million, and the cost from 30 billion to 88 billion pounds in 6 years. Knowing that 18% of the owners of the enterprises are above the age of 65, and to achieve the best opportunity for elders who face difficult conditions that prevent them from looking after themselves in safe places, the Ministry of Social Solidarity is supervising 147 social care centers for elders, be it public, private, in addition to 51 associations for shelterless elders to protect them from all dangers. And we developed the program of the companion of the elders for day care and domestic care. The number of elders increase every year, and we expect that the numbers would be threefold over the coming 50 years. And this needs to think in the population structure and the resources resulting from this. So the Supreme Council for Elders, under the supervision of the Ministry of Social Solidarity, with the membership of 16 institutions and ministries, developed the first draft of the Strategic National Plan for this segment. And we worked also on developing a database in coordination with the Administrative Control Authority, and the President gave directives to establish a fund for elders to enhance the resources of funding services provided to them, and providing 100 million Egyptian pounds in this fund. Our love and appreciation to elders is not sufficient. We need to think for the coming phase. And in this context, I would like to extend thanks and appreciation to the President of the Republic for the rights development witnessed by women and enabling them to be empowered. No doubt the support of the state, the community, and the family to elders and meeting all the rights makes the golden age a very important phase. Thank you, and peace be upon you, and many happy returns. Do not leave your place until you get what you need. If you get off the stage, Dr. Mustafa is not going to pay. Dr. Mustafa now would be ready to pay. He can say no. Isn't this the case? What about the families and elders? Is Mr. Ma'it here? No, he's not. Okay. We're ready to help. I suggest that we provide the fund with the 5 billion pounds. Which fund? A family insurance fund. There is another fund. So we can take the 5 billion for both funds. No, you need to take for this and for that. Dr. Mustafa, of course, will be supervising these funds. And we said that all what we can provide for these funds would be reserved. So we are going to protect the assets. Even if we increase the volume in this fund, then of course its return from the subscriptions would increase the fund. Since you receive revenues and resources, you would be able to increase the amount, and then we can provide more services. But we need to preserve the assets of both funds, be it the family care fund or the elders fund. I wanted to provide more, but I don't know what's the case. Okay. In order not to pressurize the doctor, let's say 5 billion for this fund and 5 for the other. Thank you, and many happy returns. Elders are called people in golden age because gold is always valuable. whatever happens and however its shape changes. Their gray hair means years of experience and a lot of memories, wisdom. And if the mother is valuable to all of us, of course, the grandmother is even more precious. Our responsibility is that the elders should not live in isolation. Every old person should find a pension that enables him to enjoy his life, and he needs to enjoy health insurance to protect him. Our religions, our traditions and customs necessitate giving back to our mothers, grandmothers, and to all Egyptian women who taught us and served us in our childhood, and we were able to live because of them, and we still remember them, and their names are the source of honor for all of us. Life after 60 is a different chapter in our life. We can still give as we did in the past. Before the 60, I had a very big responsibility. I was so happy to shoulder this responsibility. I was dedicated to my work, to my family, and I was rewarded for these efforts. After 60, a totally new chapter. I became an active member in elders clubs. I provide social services in these clubs. I'm 83 years old. I'm happy with all my life. I tell them that God willing, I will live to be 120 years old. I'm Dr. Afef Tubala. I was not a doctor at the beginning. I was a young girl, and I got married when I was 18 years old. But I had a supportive partner who helped me to go to the university, study in the university, the Faculty of Arts, French language department, and then I started working in the Egyptian television. I am the first president of the channel. I'm the one who established Nile Drama Channel, and I wrote my first book when I was 65 years old, and it was awarded a prize. So I believe that age is just a number. The story of Hagga Fathiya is any story. When Hagga Abdelal proposed to me, we got married and we lived a very normal life. We did not have children. And we learned that we want to be able to have children. So we went to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia where we worked, and then we decided to come back to Egypt and decided to establish an association. And I found 21 girls to join this association, and then they became 34 girls. And when I received the last group of girls, I have been married for 35 years. So as if I had a girl for every year. And after adopting them in the association, I felt responsible for them. My wife is for me the life. It was a very good experience. We had a strong link. And of course, Hagga Fathiya thinks of everything, of course, and I try to help her with it. Music is an art that reflects strong emotions and humane feelings, and it trespasses all words and all languages. We saw how great songs were able to honor women and mothers. Now we have a big star whose voice carries a great, rich, strong heritage and a unique ability to touch the hearts. The prince of Arabic songs, Hani Shaker, and his song Greetings to My Mother.
تحية من قلبي لأمي
تعظيم لكل الأمهات، الجنة تحتك وبساحتك نقدر نحقق معجزات. أمي أطيب أمي لكن في الشدايد أقوى واحدة، حضنها أغلى الأماكن بنام وبرتاح فيه وبهدى. هي اللي تعبت واللي ربت، هي الأساس في الدنيا دي، هي اللي سر نجاحي دايما في كل دعوة دعيتها ليا. هي اللي تعبت واللي ربت، هي الأساس في الدنيا دي، هي اللي سر نجاحي دايما في كل دعوة دعيتها ليا. ومهما أهدي مش هوفي حتى لو عمري الهدية. أنا عايش في خيرها، مهما أروح دايما فاكرها، حتى لو ما بقتش جنبي محدش يملى مكانها غيرها. هي اللي تعبت واللي ربت، هي الأساس في الدنيا دي، هي اللي سر نجاحي دايما في كل دعوة دعيتها ليا. ومهما أهدي مش هوفي حتى لو عمري الهدية.
يا أستاذ هاني، يا أستاذ هاني شكرا جزيلا.
Thank you very much and many happy returns to you, and I'm glad to see you. Many happy returns to Your Excellency, and I'm so glad to sing in your presence in front of women who represent the most beautiful thing in the world. Many happy returns to you all. Thank you. And on Mother's Day, we would like to send greetings to all mothers and greetings to my mother. I want to be able, of course, to give enough to my mother. Distinguished guests with a deep feeling, full of pride and appreciation, we find ourselves today before an exceptional moment where we are celebrating and honoring a group of distinguished special women and ideal mothers who represent the role model in our community. They are no doubt the bright stars in the sky of humanity, from which communities are being inspired and influenced through their great sacrifices and their devotion. We inscribed stories of endless giving, emphasizing that the role of women in the community is unappreciated and invaluable. The President now will honor women and ideal mothers. We'll start now with the ideal mothers, and the President will give them the third degree order. Miss Anisa Farid Mansour Mitwalli from the Qahliya Governorate.
عشانها وغنت قولها في عيدها، أول دلع الدلعته أحلى كلام حلو
الثانية على مستوى الجمهورية السيدة
Miss وفاء أحمد محمد علي from كفر الشيخ Governorate. The third ideal mother, Miss تيسير محمود دهيم محمد from مرسى مطروح.
أمي جوايا ساكنة في قلبي معايا، أمي دي كل بداية لكل حكاية وأي كلام. أمي لو بانت بلقى حمولي اتشالت، أمي الدنيا وطول ما أنا أمي بخير الدنيا تمام. أمي جوايا ساكنة في قلبي معايا، أمي دي كل بداية لكل حكاية وأي كلام. أمي لو بانت بلقى حمولي اتشالت، أمي الدنيا وطول ما أنا أمي بخير الدنيا تمام. أوقات بتحس سنين العمر ده فات وساعات، ولاقيني في كل ما بكبر برجع حن العمر زمان.
الأم الرابعة
The fourth ideal mother,
السيدة
Miss أميمة طلعت عالية from المنوفية.
أمي من يومي شايلة بدالي همومي، كانت بتعدي قصاد الجرح تلاقي الجرح يطير. أمي متشافة لو كان بينا مسافة، اللي في يومها
الأم المثالية
The fifth ideal mother
السيدة
for a
شهيرة
son
راضي
who has
محمد
a
عمر
disability,
من مرسى
Miss
مطروح.
شهيرة راضي محمد عمر from مرسى مطروح.
يما يا نور عينيا الله يخليك ليا ويزيد
خيرك عليا روحي تزيد ارتياح. بركة دعاك تحمي روحي وتعلي اسمي، ونداقت بيا يما بلقى في حضنك براح. يا أحلى كلمة طعمها حلو في لساني.
إحساس من القلب، إحساس أكبر من كلمة حب، إحساس إن أنت معايا ده دايما بيطمني، وفي وقت الجد بتكون لي سند وإيديك تتمد، ومعايا تملي وعمرك ما تخليت يوم عني. في ناس بتضحي بروحها عشان الباقي يعيش، لو أقولك شكرا مليون مرة دي ما تكفيش. في ناس بتضحي بروحها عشان الباقي يعيش، لو أقولك شكرا مليون مرة دي ما تكفيش. ما تكفيش شكرا، ما تكفيش شكرا، ما تكفيش. والحزن الحظ عمرنا ما بنضعف ولا نتهز، يا ما عدى علينا انا وانت حاجات وقدرنا عليها، واقف للصعب زي الجندي اللي واقف في الحرب، ومحدش يخسر معركة هو مآمن بيها. وقت ما بحتاج لك تبقى معايا ما بتسيبنيش، لو أقولك شكرا مليون مرة دي ما تكفيش. وقت ما بحتاج لك تبقى معايا ما بتسيبنيش، لو أقولك شكرا مليون مرة دي ما تكفيش. ما تكفيش شكرا، ما تكفيش شكرا، ما تكفيش.
الأمة المثالية.
The next ideal mother, Miss Shadia Abdelhakim Youssef from غربية.
يما يا نور عينيا الله يخليك ليا ويزيد خيرك عليا روحي تزيد ارتياح.
الأم
The
المثالية
next ideal mother,
السيدة
alternative
فرح
ideal
حسين
mother,
عبد
Miss
القادر
فرح حسين
عمر
عبد
من
القادر
الجيزة.
عمر from Giza.
ست الحبايب يا حبيبي يا أغلى من روحي ودمي يا حنينة وكل كتيبة ربي يخليكي يا أمي يا ربي يخليكي يا أمي يا ست الحبايب يا حبيبي يا حبيبي وحبيبة.
الأم المثالية
The
الحاصلة على
ideal
تمكين
mother
اقتصادي
who
ومن
received
قرى
economic
حياة
empowerment
كريمة.
from the
السيدة
villages of
كوثر
Decent
محمود
Life
إبراهيم
Initiative
من
is
أسيوط.
كوثر محمود إبراهيم أسيوط.
زمان سهرتي وتعبتي وشلتي من عمري ليالي ولسه برضو دلوقتي بتحملي الهم بدالي. زمان سهرتي وتعبتي وشلتي من عمري ليالي ولسه برضو دلوقتي بتحملي الهم بدالي. انام وتسهري وتباتي تفكري وتصحي من الاذان وتيجي تشقري يا ربي خليكي يا امي يا ست الحبايب.
أم المثالية
An ideal mother from the mothers of police martyrs, Miss هدى عبد الحميد حسنين.
مين اللي قال ان انا عنك بعيد ببوس ايديكي في كل طلعة يوم جديد ورضاكي عني يا امي كان املي الوحيد يا ام الشهيد انك في حضنك مش بعيد. مين اللي قال ان انا عنك بعيد ببوس ايديكي في كل طلعة يوم جديد ورضاكي عني يا امي كان املي الوحيد يا ام الشهيد انك في حضنك مش بعيد. كل سنة يا حبيبتي وانتي طيبة كل سنة يا حبيبتي وانتي في احسن حال بلاش اشوف في عينيك يا امي دمعة قريبة والله يا امي انا مبسوط وعالي العال. كل سنة يا حبيبتي وانتي طيبة كل سنة يا حبيبتي وانتي في احسن حال بلاش اشوف في عينيكي يا امي دمعة قريبة والله يا امي انا مبسوط كتيرة تحت أمرك، حالفين لا ياخدوا بطاري حقي وحقك، وده مش غريب يا أمي على ولادك أكيد. يا أم الشهيد ابنك في حضنك مش بعيد، سايب مكاني اخوات كتيرة تحت أمرك، حالفين لا ياخدوا بطاري حقي وحقك، وده مش غريب يا أمي على ولادك أكيد.
أم مثالية من
ideal
أمهات
mother
شهداء
from the
القوات
mothers of
المسلحة،
the
السيدة
army
صباح
martyrs
دياب
Miss
سيد
صباح
أحمد.
دياب سيد أحمد.
مين اللي قال إن أنا عنك بعيد؟ ببوس إيديكي في كل طلعة يوم جديد، ورضاكي عني يا أمي كان أملي الوحيد. يا أم الشهيد إنك في حضنك مش بعيد، مين اللي قال إن أنا عنك بعيد؟ ببوس إيديكي في كل طلعة يوم جديد، ورضاكي عني يا أمي كان أملي الوحيد. يا أم الشهيد إنك في حضنك مش بعيد. كل سنة يا حبيبتي وانتي طيبة، كل سنة يا حبيبتي وانتي في أحسن حال. بلاش أشوف بعينك يا أمي دمعة قريبة، والله يا أمي أنا مبسوط وعال العال. كل سنة يا حبيبتي وانتي طيبة، كل سنة يا حبيبتي وانتي في أحسن حال. بلاش أشوف بعينيك يا أمي دمعة قريبة، والله يا أمي أنا مبسوط وعال العال.
ألف مبروك لكل
Congratulations to all the honored ideal mothers. And now we move on to the bright examples of Egyptian women in different fields. Dr. Nadia Iskandar Zakhari, the minister, the former minister of scientific research, who was honored as a prize for the pioneer woman. Forbes qualified her as the most positive woman in Egypt, and she is the 16th in the Arab world. Dr. Nagla Anwar Mustafa Al-Ahwani, the former Minister of International Cooperation, the Professor of Economy in the Faculty of Political Science and Economy, Cairo University, Senior Economist in the Egyptian Center for Economic Studies. She represented Egypt in a number of international institutions. Sister Samiha Raghib Bishawi, the leader of education in Egypt, the manager of St. Joseph's School in Zamalek. She was awarded a number of prizes and was honored at the national and international levels. Dr. Mona Saleh Saban, the professor of editing in the Higher Institute for Cinema. She was awarded the state prize for excellence in the field of arts, and she established the first school in the Arab region to teach cinema and television arts remotely. Dr. Maisa Anwar al-Mufti, who had the idea of the national project for illiteracy eradication. She is a specialist in child psychology, and she had one objective, which is ending illiteracy in Egypt.
كل معنى حلم أنثى الكرامة السعادة السلامة والإرادة أي كلمة أي همسة تنتهي بتاء المؤنث يعني أنثى ده الحياة في الأصل أنثى
Dr. Taysir Tawfiq Abu Nasser, the Dean of the Faculty of Engineering, Ottawa University, and the Dean of Applied Sciences Faculty in British Columbia. She was awarded the Order of Ontario State in Canada, and she participated in establishing the initiative of the Scientific Research Academy for Technology Transfer Units. Dr. Riham Abdullah Salama Nasser, the director of Al Azhar Observatory to Fight Extremism, one of the leaders working in the field of fighting violent extremism. She contributed to the Urdu publications and a number of books and articles. Nun Dimiana bin Milad Mary, the director of Al Mahabba Private School. She established Al Mahabba School in Izaraib in Izbat al-Nakhl to serve the children in the area. She provided a lot of educational and medical services to the students in the school and also the teachers. Dr. Iman Salahuddin al-Mahallali, the founder and the head of mechanical engineering department in the British University. And she participated in a number of projects to find solutions to the problems of casting steel in the Egyptian factories and in the military production factories. دكتور منى محمد سعيد الحديدي. He developed the first PhD thesis on Egyptian cinema, and she is the founder and the first dean of the International Academy for Media Science and Technology, a pioneer in the field of media. And now the best end to this event, the speech of the President of the Republic, President Abdel Fattah Sisi. In the name of Allah. Ladies and gentlemen, many happy returns to you all, and may the Egyptian great people enjoy always peace and security, celebrating the holy month of Ramadan and celebrating the big fasting for our brothers, the Christians. Many happy returns to you. May many returns come with blessings and good for the Muslim and Arab world. Distinguished guests, celebrating today in this annual tradition the great women of Egypt, let me send greetings and appreciation to every Egyptian woman who every day in different fields shows the best meaning of patience, sacrifice, devotion, and struggle, seeking with dedication and devotion to preserve her family, her community, and her country. Egyptian women would always be a main pivot for the stability and security of the country and a source of inspiration. Celebrating this event today is an attempt to highlight the role of Egyptian women in developing this country as the contributor and the giving partner with their diverse roles. She embraced and brought up generations, and she excelled, inspired and led and carried the issues and the responsibilities of this country on her shoulders. For its development and its sanity, she sacrificed her children, her life, and she is the patient mother of the martyr and the supportive wife and the good sister and the daughter who fills life with happiness and joy, looking forward to building a bright future for our country. The great women of Egypt, the women and the girls, over the previous years, we showed our commitment to enhancing the role of Egyptian women in a way that reflects her value and her sacrifices. And we did this for the purpose of supporting the country, and she is always the pulse of this country, and she is the guardian of the Egyptian identity, and she is the supporter and the giver at times of difficulties, and she is the protecting shield from any attempt to defy this country. To continue the path of the Egyptian women, I would like to give these directives to the government, reviewing and applying the principles of gender equality, benefiting from the banking services should be without any discrimination, as well as supporting the care economy as a field. Thanks be to Allah, things are better. And my directive to the government is, Dr. Mustafa, for those who work in the private sector regarding the commodities. Even before myself, when they talked about the free market, they wanted to give the opportunity to everyone, and that's why the government withdrew from this role and gave more space to the private sector. No doubt, I admit that the previous period was a difficult one, but thanks God we overcome this and there is stability now. So Dr. Mustafa, if we can revise the issue of anti-dumping or buy 2 or 3 billion for the commodities, so that the state institutions would do a balance in the market. To be honest, the improvement would be slow, yet things will be much better. The second point I would like to make is for the external conditions. And I was asked a question by one of the ladies. She said that I'm worried about what's happening around us. I answered her by telling her, do not be worried about any external developments. I'm saying to every Egyptian, don't worry at all from any external developments, because Allah comes first and we are trying to follow Allah's rules. But the other important thing is internally. And I'm talking to mothers and fathers. Whenever I talk to you, I mention this so that no one would say I did not hear that or did not know about it. We need to be aware of our children, our sons, who know nothing because they are still young and haven't been through what we've been through in 2011. As I mentioned at the beginning of the speech, nothing can be done by wishes, but it is done through our unity, through the government programs, families, churches and mosques to preserve and protect our country. So we should not be worried about external developments because we're fine. But what about the external crises? As I mentioned before, we never ignite fires, but we rather extinguish them, because we believe that we will be judged by God. Every drop of blood I caused, I would be judged for it. Any destruction I caused, I would be judged for it. So thank God. Since I assumed this position, I was keen on this. In 2013, 2014, and even 2 years ago, I was not the aggressor. In Sinai, we were not the aggressors. It was them who started the attacks. And I can tell Allah, would I have wasted the 100 million they were destroying the future of the country? And God is wise. He is the most wise and the most knowing.
طمنوا على
So rest assured.
إن شاء الله علينا بفضل الله سبحانه وتعالى وإحنا بنتحرك بكل جهد.
And we are doing our best to solve the problem.
يبقى في وقف إطلاق النار.
And to reach a ceasefire. And to release the hostages and to start Gaza construction and to find a permanent solution. And may Allah support us with that. Once more, I'm glad to meet you today. Many happy returns. And I can see Ms. Safa Abu Saud. Welcome. Many happy returns to
أنا عايز
you.
أقول لك على حاجة. أنت اللي جيتي بقى. كل سنة وأنت طيبة أولاً وأهلاً وسهلاً.
Many happy returns and welcome. We're glad to have you with us. But you need to do something great, and I will support you.
ما أعرفش إيه بقى.
I don't know what
أنت
exactly.
مليت الدنيا قبل كده زمان يعني.
عموما انا ان شاء الله العيد جاي هفرحكم اهلا بالعيد.
The feast is coming and we will sing welcome to the feast, and afterwards there will be other surprises. Many happy returns.
يا أستاذة في أكتر من كده.
I want you to do more.
في مسار يعني حاجة نحط مسار لفكرة.
I wish that you would come up with idea that would add to our community. We are doing things with sports and youth.
فعلا لان حضرتك لسه بتقول عليه وبشكرك وكل سنه
Thank you and many happy returns to your excellency. Thank you.
مرة تانية كل سنة وأنتم طيبين.
Once more, many happy returns to you all, and may Allah help us
وأزماتنا بفضل الله تنتهي
and
بسلام
overcome peacefully our crises.
احنا كلنا كل سنة وأنتم
Many
طيبين.
happy returns to you all.
وأنتم طيبين وأنتم طيبين وأنتم طيبين. متشكر جدا.
Thank you
السلام
very
عليكم
much.
ورحمة
Peace
الله
be
وبركاته.
upon you.
السلام عليكم.
شكرا فخامة الرئيس.
Thank you, Your Excellency, the President, for your full support to Egyptian women. And we would like here to extend thanks to the First Lady on Mother's Day. Thank you and many happy returns to you. The national anthem.
اللي سندت عليها وقعت وقفت بمسكة ايدها، اللي حفظت الشعر عشانها وغنت قولها في عيدها، أول دلع دلعته أحلى كلام حلو سمعته، أمي الغالية وست الناس نعمة وعمري معوضها. هي الدنيا هي الدنيا هي اللي أنا من وأنا في اللفة معايا بالثانية.
This is a debut.